And hopefully with the forwards reclaiming their territory, Brownie, it might drag a few of them back. You saw Port Adelaide play Sydney on the weekend, and first win for Port, everyone goes, yep, good. Need to see them take a scalp.
Geez, they were impressive. They absorbed so much punishment from Sydney. Sydney didn't get the job done when they had the chance, but the fact that they had half a dozen A-graders and they got plenty in that side who didn't have any influence early suggested that after half-time...
Yeah, in Port side, you mean?
In Port side, that they were going to come out and really fire. And they were led by their captain. He's been questioned over in Adelaide. Travis Boak was absolutely superb. He's had a great start to the season. And their forward line's full of really big names. Wingard, Dixon, Gray, Boak and Motlop. They didn't have supply in the first half. The Swans did really well to choke them off and keep the ball from outside. But Boak just, when they got some inside influence, he just set the trend. Dixon went into the ruck. They went small. They've got a very, very talented side. It's going to be a good watch through the year.
Is there more steel and resolve around them?
Oh, they're hard around the ball. They're really hard.
Last 45 minutes were fantastic. Like their hardness and toughness around the ball. Yeah. I think we've seen it at times over the last 12 months, but that's as good as hard and as tough and as physical as I've seen Port. And talent, if they can match the talent, which they've got fantastic talent with that hardness, they rocket into premiership contention.
I like the complimentary, the players that have come in have just complimented the side. They haven't, Jack Watts, Tom Rockcliffe and Motlop, they haven't come in with the expectation, right, you've got to be the stars of the show, because they're not getting big numbers at the moment, but they're playing a role for the team.
And there's a back six that could walk in here, and I don't reckon you know half of them, Brownie.
I don't rate the defenders, mate.
Oh, well, you might have to. Have a look at the age of these kids.
Oh, they're beauties.
I mean, Jonas is underrated, I reckon. Hartland,
yeah, he is.
We've been waiting for him a bit. He can tease a touch. Cleary is better than perhaps his numbers suggest. And then those last four, Burne-Jones have been nearly the premier small defender in the competition. Bonner's in rising star calculations, and Howard and Houston are just making their way. So they keep that sort of group together.
Tell you what's exciting for him, Dougal Howard there, I thought he did a reasonable job on Buddy Franklin.
He did.
You know, he was very competitive. And at the other end, Todd Marshall, he's going to be a future star. Kicked 3 goals, young centre-half forward. So they've got a young centre-half forward and a young centre-half back. They look like it could be stars of the future. Just
a line on the Swans, Roosie. A few fumbles, but they certainly had plenty of opportunities.
Yeah, look, I'm not worried at all about the Swans. I mean, we know they rely a lot on their leaders. Their leaders have delivered again. You know, Kennedy was pretty good, Parker was good, McVeigh was good, Buddy's kicked 4. That's just the way they are. They rely really heavily, Rampy, Grundy, and then they try and feed the kids in. Not worried about them at all. They'll be there at the end of the season.
Some good improvement from Ollie Florent. May be important down the track. We're going to